All right. We are back, boys and girls, on the Sword of Hope, otherwise known as Cute Faith. I got my blackjack bubblegum. I got my Coca-Cola. And it's time to play some World of Warcraft. Actually, I should be in bed, but I wanted to jump in because Ken said he was going to send a care package to my character, Sword of Hope. So, and in honor of this video, I am actually playing the soundtrack that I used to play all the time when I played in my old, very first Cute Faith AoE Paladin leveling series. This is the sword. This is the soundtrack, sword track. I'm thinking about swords. This is the soundtrack I always played when it holds a special place in my heart. And it used to not get copyright flagged when I used to use it all the time, but now it does. So this video will probably not be monetized because this song will probably copyright flag. But I don't care because you know what? I just wanted to hear this music one last time. All right, so here we are. Sword of Hope. My wife's going to kill me because I'm supposed to be in bed already. But you know what? I just really wanted to play this game. So, and here we go. We've got a care package from Jahara. Oh, was it any decent gear on the H? So, so Jahara sent me 200 gold. So, which is awesome because I don't really have any money. I've got 2.5 gold. And actually, I remember once I sent Jahara, I think about 200 gold when I left WoW to go play another game. I think it was 200 gold, so maybe he's just getting me back. But Jahara's he's always given me more than I've ever given him. So thank you, Ken. I really appreciate it. And it certainly will help me. And he's off. He's off to play his Paladin. His character on like a Horde server, so he's playing Horde right now, which is why he probably sent me the money. He probably doesn't plan on being back on the Alliance anytime soon, which is too bad because he's one of the nicest people I've met in my my years of playing World of Warcraft. So hopefully he'll come back and play Alliance. When Burning Crusade comes out. So anyways, I gotta figure out what do I want to do. I'm sure I've got... Let's see my quest log. I still have some quests there, but they're going to get too high for me awfully quickly. So I don't really have a whole lot of any quests, really. Let's take a look. These are level 39. I think these are too high. Are these too high level for me now? Whatever happened to my add-on? It tells me the levels of the zones. Let's Google it real quick. Let's see. Wow, classic. Zones by level. What I'm looking for is... I think that Feralus is probably too high for me. But let's take a look. Feralus. Yeah, Feralus is 40 to 50, and yeah, definitely out of my range, so... We are level 36. I think I'm just going to go grind some raptors. If there's anything I'm good at, it's killing raptors. So yeah, this is a soundtrack I used to always play when I played this game. And it's just such a good soundtrack.
Greetings.
I think I misspelled persevere. Oh, yeah, I should be in bed. My wife's gonna kill me. I just didn't want... What is today? Today's what, Tuesday now? I just did not want to go to sleep. We got the combat log out here. You know what? Let's go ahead and... Let's darken this up a little bit. Same thing here. Make these a little bit more visible. Yeah, we can sell that, we can sell that. Mail this off, mail this off. I could go to... Well, I've been to Desolace before. I still have the quest down the Scarlet Path, Robert. I could go to Arathi Highlands, but I don't really like Arathi Highlands, to be honest. I just feel like killing some raptors. I can make a little bit of money while I'm doing it. I wish I had some better gear, to be honest with you. Vendor, vendor, vendor. I really wish I had a little bit better gear. Well, now that Ken gave me some money, I can also start looking for... I can start looking for some of my trinkets. I did check the auction house this morning, I think, actually. And the price of things on this server have actually gone up, which is not a good thing. Like, some of the bags that I used to buy that were like, you know, like 2 gold, or 2 to 3 gold, are now, you know, 4 to 5 gold. So they've gone up quite a bit in price. Which is normal for a WoW server over time. The prices will just generally go up. Which is tough for new players to come in and pretty much be broke all the time. Because everything costs so damn much. Or if there's anything I'm good at, Robert, it's grinding mobs. I feel the need to make some mobs bleed. Man, Robert, I wish I had that ability from Turtle WoW. Oh, God, if you could only imagine having that ability from Turtle WoW would make this so much easier. There's about a 12-second delay between what I'm doing and what you guys are seeing. It's something on the Turtle WoW server. It's another ability called like Holy. I think it's called Holy Strike. It does holy damage and it hits really hard, especially if you have like with a one-hand weapon. If I've got Seal of the Crusader Judge on the target and I pop it off, I'm hitting for 70 damage at level 10. If I've seen crits all the way up to like 180. You know. I don't like Swamp either, to be honest with you. So the quests are too far apart. Same thing with Wrathy. The quests are just a little bit spread out too much. Normally I would do like a mixture of Desolus, or maybe a few Wrathy Highlands quests, because there are a few that are pretty easy. And then there's also, what's the zone? There's the Altrock Mountains. There's a few quests there you can do, which are pretty decent. I just need to get to I need to get to 54. That's 18 levels away. Sting. Damn, there must be somebody coming through here killing these mobs fast. That's gotta be, yeah. Level 40 hunter, that's why. Only a hunter could kill these guys fast enough to keep them all dead. Might be coming after me. That's hard to say. The problem with this particular spot for farming, Robert, is that it's very, very popular, especially with the Horde. One thing I see is the Alliance don't like to grind like I do. Horde players are a little bit more likely to grind than allies. Allies quest more, I think, but since this guy's in my spot, we could do the spiders, or we could do quests. I just don't really want to do quests. Oh my god, I did so many quests in Final Fantasy the last few days. So good, it's just like, holy crap, you know? We're going to go with our highest level Consecrate. I'm going to try to keep poison off. of us we can. Of course, we poisoned him. Again, highest level of Consecrate. Just trying to burn these guys down as fast as we can since there's 2 of them. Lowest level Consecrate. Weapon swap. 2-hand weapon. Judge. Blends poison. Weapon swap. Throw the righteous back up. The righteous! Low level Consecrate. Judgment. Refresh. Okay, I don't need to shift right click. That was what I was doing on the other server. I tell you what, in Lineage 2, like if you thought someone was a bot, you would leave them alone, because what would happen is if you killed a bot, they would bring over like 3 or 4 like super high level characters and just gank the shit out of you. They did not appreciate people killing their bots because that was how they were making their money. So they took it very seriously, and they weren't real happy with you killing their bots. I wouldn't have much of a chance to get. I've killed hunters before when I have like Noma's Death Ray and a few other trinkets and stuff, but we've got a couple. There's a couple horde here. Actually, it's just one horde. And just one alliance doing the quest, so. It's also 4 levels over me. It's tough. People love to farm. We can also go over to this hill here, and there's a spider, crocodile, raptor rotation over here we can use. That's not too bad, so we'll try that. Looks like the hunter might have gone all the way across, but if the hunter is farming there by himself, that should be enough of an area to supply him. But we can, unless he's really killing fast, so we can do a rotation of spiders, raptors, and crocodiles right here. That'll be alright. Weapon swap, judge with 2-hand, cleanse poison, consecrate, swing, weapon swap. $39 damage, weapon swap. 8, 39. Yeah. I do 18 more damage when I weapon swap to the 2-hand. 18 more damage off of the righteous tick damage calculated on the slower 2-hand weapons damage. So that's the only reason I'm really weapon swapping to the 2-hand, just to get that extra 18 points of tick damage. Due to skill bashing, I guess they call it. I gotta say thank you again to Ken. Once again, Ken gave me 200 gold. I had 2.5 gold, so the 200 gold was well needed. Did I not pick that up? I didn't, did I? Nah. Honestly, I just don't want to go to bed because I don't have to go to work tomorrow. I have a 4-hour meeting tomorrow from 1 to 5. Who the hell scheduled that? I hate 4-hour meetings, man. Yeah, but I mostly wanted to stream just a little bit of this Paladin tonight, just because I wanted to see what Ken gave me. I'm not going to stream too long because I have to get to bed, but I thought we'd try to burn off a few bars. We're not that far from level 37, so it would be nice to get to 37 if we could. There's a few spiders up here. If we keep going, we'll hit the Murlocs over here. The Murlocs are too tough for me at this level, unfortunately. If I was about, I don't know, 3 levels higher, they'd be pretty good. Something's not right with my UI here. My scaling's not right. No, it's not that. This is actually... It's like this is actually right. What's not right is this bar here. Better? Appreciate it, everyone. Just do the turtles. The turtle's gonna be worth the most money. Got a spider on us. Thought I had one on me. Look at that damn shark, man. He wants a piece of me. The shark does. What's up, Ken? Thank you for the gold, dude. I appreciate it. Look, Ken, I literally had 2.5 gold on my character, so you gave me 200. That was a lot more than what I had. You know, I was so broke. How are you enjoying the Horde? I'll stick with the Alliance, dude.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
I'm not gonna kiss my ass goodbye. You better come back and play Alliance when the Burning Crusade comes out, dude, because you know I'm going to be playing right here. Gravius is the best classic server. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, you get bored playing the same thing. I can certainly see that. Got no healing potions. I mean, no mana potions. I still have the elixir of greater water breathing that I think Ken gave me. I'll use those eventually. Oh, that reminds me. I am just about getting to that level where I could do those quests out in Arathi Highlights. I think I probably still should be a higher level, though. To the ship quests that are all off to the side in the ocean. You spend most of those quests underwater. So I think you want to be about 39. If I remember correctly. I can't quite remember. It's been a while since I've done those. I'm not going to lie. It is nice to play Classic versus the private servers, Ken, because, you know, just the options with the UI are quite a bit better in Classic. You know, the macro system is a little bit easier to use than having to deal with super macro and all those more complicated macros. Ugh. And the client runs a little smoother. And the graphics are a little better. I mean, Classic, in my opinion, is better than the private servers I played on. I think it is. They did a great job with Classic. If they do this good a job with the Burning Crusade, it'll be a success, you know. Be a lot of people that'll play it. I'll be one of them. Oh, yawn. Yeah, Ken, I need to get Uther's strength. So the gold you sent me, I'm definitely going to use to buy Uther's strength, for sure. Because that trinket I keep for a very long time. I think that trinket's around what level? I think it's like 52 or something. Maybe it's lower. I want to get back to town. I'll take a look. We'll start to see what level Uther's strength is purchasable at. I'm pretty sure I already bought the medallion of the Grand Marshal Morris. I think I already bought that. I think it's in my bank.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
I'm not gonna kiss my ass goodbye. Yeah, I need Uther's strength. It usually sells for like anywhere from 50 to 100 gold. I'm hoping it's... And on this, the prices on this server have been pretty high. I'm not gonna lie. When I've looked, they've been pretty high. Even just like the runecloth bags today were like 5 gold, you know? That's a lot. I shouldn't have ate food. That was a waste. I just haven't played the game in so long. I was so excited. Eat food! Come on, let's eat some food! Yeah! I'm gonna eat some of that big wild hog shank. Yummy. Ooh, yes, Morpheus. Yes, we like the hog. Yes, Neo. We like the hog shank. Yes, Batman. You cannot escape the dark, Batman. You cannot escape Bane. Sting! Sting! You'll burn in righteous fire, Spike said, just like Batman did. Burn, Batman, burn. I am Bane. You think you know me? You think you are safe in the dark? I was born to it.
Kiss your ass goodbye.
No, I'm not gonna kiss my ass goodbye. I don't think so. Yeah, we just got about a little bit more than 3 bars left to level 37. Sting!
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
I don't think so. Shit, well, you know what? Probably because I got the wrong freaking buff on him. Give me the sausage. I don't know what this thing is. I think it went away when I restarted the client, I think. Actually, it was something to do with Xpearl. Oh well, we won't worry about that weird thing for now. We will ignore it, Batman. I love this song more than any other game song. It just epitomizes open world. Jeremy Soule is a genius when it comes to game music. He really is.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
No, I don't want to kiss my ass goodbye. Ding! Really the only thing you're going to get, I mean, the only thing you're really getting out of one-hand specialization is really just slightly more damage, which is obviously going to help you generate more threat. Personally, I always go, if I'm going to make myself more tanky niche, I don't know if it's niche or nick, I usually go for toughness 5 of 5 and then do, you know, and then just go to one-handed specialization, maybe 3 of 5. But I mean, really, my final build, I mean, my AoE build, let's see, if I'm tanking, I'm going to go at least 2 out of 3 on Improve Righteous Fury. Shield Specialization, of course. I don't bother with this. Guardian's Fervor is actually not too bad, but it's more of a utility. Actually, you don't even really need Holy Shield, but it is nice. It is nice for generating a lot of threat. Basically, something like this would be. It's good for PvP. Guardian's Favor, if you plan on doing a lot of PvP, but remember, if you're a protection paladin, you're not really going to be that good at PvP. I mean, you'll be able to survive against melee for a while, but you're usually going to die. And if you go up against a warlock, you pretty much can kiss your ass goodbye in those situations. Same thing with a mage. Same thing with a shadow priest. You're pretty much screwed. But this is a pretty good build that I like to use for kind of, you know, for basically main threat tanking. You know, this is good for AoE. It was pretty good for AoE tanking and pretty good for single tart, you know, tanking. You know, the deflection is going to be much better than the one-handed weapon specialization. You know, so you could even go like, you know, something like this if you really wanted to, like, you know, like really Holy Shield. Holy Shield uses a lot. It's okay. It's not great. Now, Holy Shield gets a lot better when you go into Burning Crusade. Well, one of these builds, I think it's Holy Shield or one of the shields they give you in Burning Crusade is different. And basically, every time you get healed, you actually get mana. So, you know, it's a lot. Tanking on a Paladin in Burning Crusade is going to be much easier. But, you know, I think this is a pretty good build. The only other thing I would change up, possibly, you could go. Some of the other fun builds to do are the Seal of Command build. So you could go right into Proof Judgment if you're going for like leveling speed, right? You go with kind of start out with something like this. This would be more of a leveling speed build. Then you get Pursuit of Justice, and then if you wanted, you could kind of fill out, you know, your prod, or you could stay with more of a ret build. I mean, really, your best DPS is always going to be. If I was going to go this way, like if I was going to go with this kind of build, where I could dish out more damage, you'd be a little bit more of a threat in PvP. So in that case, you know, Guardian's Favor is really nice. Also, you don't need this. If you're going PvP and you're not going to tank at all, you won't even need Proof Righteous Fury. So in that situation, you would go Hammer of Justice, and I would go all 3. And you definitely want 5 of 5 here, and then you would go with, one hand specialization all the way. Blessing of Sanctuary is not really that necessary. And then you could go, you might want to go some different areas here. Probably, you always want intellect over strength. You could go with something like this. There's so many different builds you could go with. But I do think, for me personally, I would make sure that I have 5 of 5 toughness. Because I think 10% scales fairly well at high levels. When you get up there at, at level 60 with some decent tank gear, it'll scale. It'll be pretty decent. Don't ever get improved Evo Aura. This is total garbage. And don't get Anticipation. It's pretty much garbage. So avoid Anticipation and Devo Aura. These are both really bad. I mean, this is like, if you wanted to go pure defensive tank, you could grab Anticipation, but these talent points are not that good. And in fact, Blizzard was smart enough to realize that. And if you do the math, it's like every 20... So, right, if you put 5 points into here, you're getting a whopping 10, right? You're getting 10 defense. That's only... I think every point gives you 0.25%. Is that right? All right, so 25 times... Not divided. 25 times... Where's my multiplier? 0.025. That didn't work, did it? 25 times 0.025. Okay, so that's not right. So it's 25 times 0.05? That's not right. 25 times... Shit. Can't remember. Hold on a second. Not that. No, it's not that. No, damn it. Okay, so it's 0.015. Oh, this is interesting what they have here. But this is not right. This is old. This is not right. Damn it, I can't believe I can't find it. It's got to be 0.02. Oh, I'm really mad that I can't remember. I've talked about this so many different times. But basically, it's got to be that. Where's my calculator? Where is my damn calculator? Now I'm not gonna be able to do anything until I figure this out because it's really bugging me. Fucking, I don't want to open anything, motherfucker. I'm typing here. All right. Okay. There. So it's just 0.04. So yeah, I just figured it out. I just reversed my thinking. Yeah, so each point of defense is right here, is 0.04. So it takes 25 points of defense to give you 1% extra block, 1% extra parry, and 1% extra dodge. So 10 points is only going to give you, not even 0.5%, right? Now, what they've done in World of Warcraft in the Burning Crusade is they've doubled it. So each point gives you, right? Each point you put into like anticipation gives you, it doesn't increase your defense skill by 2, it increases your defense skill by 4. So 5 times 4 is 20. So it's closer to getting you to 1%. It might even be more than that, I don't know, but it's closer. And it's actually at that point almost worth it, because 1% is pretty good. 1% extra dodge, parry, block is actually not bad. But that's a lot of talent points when you think about it. Putting 5 talent points is a lot of talent points to put into any skill. So it better be a good skill, right? So yeah, definitely don't bother with it in vanilla, Yes. Yeah, they work differently. I don't remember how they work in Burning Crusade. I never played Paladin. I mean, I played Paladin in Burning Crusade. I played a Blood Elf Paladin. But back then when I was playing the Paladin, I really wasn't playing it in any kind of... I wasn't really... I was just playing it to try it out. I didn't really get into Paladin to really understand the mechanics of a Paladin until I started playing private vanilla servers about 3 years ago. That's when I first started saying, hey, let me look at the Paladin and figure out how I can make this class work for me, And I don't play the Paladin like everybody else. I play it more of kind of like an AoE, just kind of a farming tune. I don't create the Paladin to be a raid tune, although I've always wanted to try raiding on a protection Paladin. But I create it more to be like a really, really good AoE kind of grinding tune for grinding money and stuff like that. But the one thing that I found on the private servers was that, with Seal of Light judged on a target, on the vanilla private servers, I had 2 chances to get a heal with 1 swing of my weapon using Righteous. So I get a chance that my weapon swing might proc a heal, and that my Righteous tick damage would also proc a heal, so I could get 2 heals with 1 swing. Whereas in the classic client, it doesn't work that way. You only get 1, right? You're only going to get 1 heal. So if you look at me here and I judge light, right, and I throw up Righteousness, you can see plus 25 heal. I swung once, no heal. Swung once, no heal. Swung once, 1 heal. 1 heal, right? 1 heal there. Swung once, 1 heal. You have a chance to get a heal, right? But you'll never see me get 2 heals. Whereas on the private servers, you could get 2. Which makes a huge difference. It makes a big difference in a lot of ways. It makes a difference in PvP. Certainly makes differences in AoE. Huge differences in AoE. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to find it. My favorite video was when I was really abusing the heal mechanic, and it was heal. So this is me displaying how many heals you can get on a vanilla private server. And if you watch, you'll see that I can proc a ton of heals. There's one, I got a 30 heal. Okay, 1 swing, it's 49. Luther's Light, I love Luther's Light. There. Okay, 1 swing and I got 4 heals coming. Now, some of these are because of my my flaming shield. My skull flaming shield can heal me every time I get hit. So I got hit. My skull flaming shield healed me for 30. I've got an axe that has a chance to heal me for 49. Right? I think it's my axe. So it has an external proc that healed me for 49, and then I also have life stealing enchant that has a chance to proc for a heal when I hit with my weapon swing. Plus, it also, if the righteous tick damage ticks, Well, it always does. It also has a chance to heal me on the righteous tick damage. So I got 4 heals basically in one kind of swing. I mean, one swing plus one me getting hit by the enemy. I also had I think a couple others here. There was actually a way with this particular gear setup that I had that on one swing of my weapon, I could get 6 heals coming back. And I wouldn't be able to do that on the classic client, but I would be able to get up to 5. Instead of 6, I'd have 5 heals coming back. And so that's where I was really setting up my Paladin, was to try to abuse the heals and the absorbs, and really to make my tank more of a absorption tank. Or a absorption / deflection, you know what I mean? And basically reflecting damage back to the enemy. So, and the one thing that I had done, because I was such a noob and I was so new to the Paladin, that I never really knew. I'd never played a Protection Paladin back in the original. I played WoW when it first came out. I played day one, back in 2004. It was like November or something, 2004, I think. I was there when the servers launched, and I never played a Paladin that much. I played him eventually. Remember, the Burning Crusade didn't come out until like 2007, so there was like 2.5 years of, vanilla WoW. So during that 2.5 years of vanilla WoW, I only played a Paladin a little bit, and I certainly didn't play enough to really understand him. So when I went back and started playing on private servers for the first time ever in about, I don't know, it was like 3 years ago, I decided to play Protection Paladin. I was like, well, let me try this Protection Paladin shit, because people keep saying they're not that good. Oh, Protection Paladins aren't that good. And if there's one thing that I'll do, I'll always pick the most challenging thing. I'll be like, well, I want to do the most difficult thing. I want to do the thing that people say you can't do. They say this is the hardest class to tank, I'm going to pick that one. They say this is the hardest class to PvP on, what, I'm gonna pick that one and see if I can PvP on it. Even if I'll get my ass handed to me, it's more fun and challenging to try to figure out how I can be successful. And so yeah, I played around with the Paladin, trying to figure out ways that I could make the Paladin successful. And I tried a lot of different things, and one of the things that I tried was to abuse strength, right? Because basically, every point of strength increases the amount of damage you can block with your shield. Well, you can see here, I don't really have that much strength, right? And so what I did originally when I first played WoW, first played the Protection Paladin, is I went for Divine Strength. Right off the bat, I said, well, I'll just go Divine Strength. And then I'll stack all strength gear. Well, what happened is, because I was trying to do AoE and use my Consecrate, I was constantly mana starved. And whenever I did dungeons, people hated doing dungeons with me, because I'd do one pull and then I'd have to drink. And then I'd do a pull and then I'd have to drink. I mean, I'd blow my full mana pool. I'd blow my full mana pool on every single pull, which could be kind of annoying for people, watching the Paladin drink. It gets pretty tiring. So I talked to a lot of different people, and doing the videos on YouTube, I got a lot of feedback. And so this time around, what I've been doing, this is the first time around I've been really trying this, is I've been going a lot more intellect. I've got Divine Intellect, but my gear, like some of my gear is still, going to be strength. But seriously, look, Eagle's what the best for me right now. Eagle's what I want. I don't want all Eagle, because I still want some strength. I don't want to be completely strengthless. But so I've got Eagle. Here we've got Eagle, Male. This is another Eagle. Seal of the Rin, and then my shield has strength and stamina, and my weapon, and here again strength and stamina. So anything that has a lot of stamina here, 7 stamina is a lot for these braces at this level, so I went with the stamina here. And then of course this is just nice, 11 stamina, so a lot of stamina. And then I got some agility on the cloak, and then strength, stamina, intellect, spirit, and again strength. And you can see 12 stamina is very high. So really for me, intellect and stamina is what I was going for on this build. Lots of intellect, lots of stamina. And so far, up to level 36, I found out that for me, anyway, I find it to be much more effective. And of course, intellect is going to increase your chance to get spell crits. So when you judge with judgment, it's going to give you a better chance to crit on your judgments. And which can help you generate more threat. And I always try to get items. I'm always trying to specialize items that have chances to proc. Like this weapon has fire weapon on it, but also has a chance to proc poison. And then eventually I'll get the True Silver Breastplate, which has a chance to proc a heal on me. And then eventually, after that, we move on to the Demon Forge Breastplate. So, there's all kinds of... That's what's so cool about Vanilla WoW, Classic WoW, is there's so much cool, weapons and trinkets that have, uses and effects. And you can really play around with them all and get some really interesting builds. And the one thing I've learned about the Paladin is there's a ton of builds on the Paladin. I mean, you can probably run with, like, I don't know. There's a lot of builds. I mean, I would say there's about 4 or 5 different builds on the Paladin. And a lot of it's just tweaking little things, you know, whether you want to go for, I would say, you know, whether you want to get Righteous Fury or not. Well, that's just, the question there is, do you want to tank or not? Whether you want to go with maybe one-hand specialization and get Holy Shield. Or you could say, well, you know, I don't really care about Holy Shield. I don't really care about one-hand specialization that much. And then maybe I'll get a few more points into here. Maybe I want, you know, improved judgment, which means I can judge more often, which means I can generate more threat that way, as opposed to generating more threat with just overall damage increase with the one-hand weapon specialization. So, and a lot of that stuff you'd have to play, you'd have to try the numbers out, and they don't really, I don't think it really makes a lot of sense to look at the numbers until you get, you know, higher levels, when you're up on like 50s and 50 and 60, to really look at those types of things. And you really have to play, you'd really have to run dungeons over and over again for like a week with 2 completely different builds to really test it out and get a feel, you know, and look at KTM and see how much threat you're generating. And, you know, it takes a lot of time and effort to really, to get a feel. And then I've leveled up, you know, 3 Paladins to 60, I think. I know I've done 2 to 60 and a couple others to mid-50s on private servers and, you know, vanilla servers. So I'm very familiar with the Paladin. But I thoroughly enjoy the Paladin. I think it's one of the most versatile classes in, the biggest weakness of the Paladin, though, is PvP. You know, like, if I get a Warlock chick coming at me and they start to attack me, I mean, all they have to do is get 1 fear and it's pretty much game over. You know, what are you going to do? Bubble the fear and they're just going to fear you again. You wait for the fear to come off, you're already at like 60% health, and then, you know, you spend time trying to heal yourself, they're just going to fear you. I mean, the fear just kills you. It just absolutely destroys you. The only chance you'd have against a Warlock or a Mage is if you what I would do is, which is something I want to do on this character, is basically craft a full thorium set and basically stack like a huge amount of resist. And then when you see a Warlock or a Mage, you can just use item rack here and set up like a keybind to swap into your, you know, your resist gear. And that way you can mess around with Mages and Warlocks and see if it's, you know, if that resist is going to be enough to get you over the top. And I think it probably would be. I think, you know, it doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot of resist to make a pretty big difference, to make a pretty big impact. Not so much on resisting, but just reducing the amount of damage they're doing to you, you know? So, and that's something I definitely want to try out on this Paladin, which I think will be a ton of fun. You know, it'll be really cool. But you can itemize like crazy in vanilla. You know, there's so many different types of gear setups. I personally love to go with Uther's Strength, you know? And you can use the Gnomish Death Ray early on if you want, just for like maybe a little bit of PvP. But down, you know, the Flurry Axe is pretty much going to be your best bang for your buck, unless you can get Iron Foe. But Flurry Axe is so good. It is so good for a Protection Paladin. It is amazing. I had it on my last one, and it just blew my mind how good the Flurry Axe is. And what you do when you want to get the Flurry Axe is you go to Gadgetson, because Gadgetson has the auction house that both factions can sell on, and on the Horde side, the Flurry Axe is not a weapon that's as usable. Paladins love the Flurry Axe, but on the Horde side, the only person who would really use that maybe would be like a Shaman, and it really isn't kind of what they want. You know, it's not as useful. So you can get the Flurry Axe. I probably shouldn't tell you guys this, but you can get the Flurry Axe a lot cheaper in Gadgetson. 300 gold is not too bad. That's not bad, Ken. I think I bought mine for 500 gold. Didn't I? Didn't I buy it for 500 gold? I'm pretty sure when I bought it, it cost me 500. Yeah. Yeah, you might see it, but it's still not going to be as expensive, Nick. Is it Nick or Niche? I don't know. I want to say Nick. Nick is still not going to be as expensive as it would be on the Alliance side, because on the Alliance side, every Paladin wants it. Like, every Paladin's going to want it. And, like, every Protection Warriors might want it, you know? So it's... And even Rogues might want it. I don't know. Well, I guess Rogues wouldn't want it, but yeah, every Protection Paladin's going to want it, so... But there's a lot. There's so much stuff. Like I was leveling up a paladin with the command, with seal command, and it was. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty fun. But it's just as a different type of play style. Niche? So they say niche? I was gonna say niche or Nick, so I just didn't know which one. Okay, Nick it is then. Nice to meet you. Hopefully we can get this paladin up. I've been neglecting my paladin. Been playing Final Fantasy XIV, but so different. The game's so different. It's fun, but it's very different than WoW. The crafting in Final Fantasy XIV is actually really fun. I enjoyed the crafting. Sting! Sting, sting! Well, Ken gave me 200 gold today. Thank you, Ken. So that'll help me. I had like 2.5 gold on this character, so that's certainly gonna help, you know. Looks like my two-hand skill's a little low. Let me take a look. 180 versus, yeah, it's still down quite a bit. Get that up.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, I think I stacked strength for a lot of my paladins, and I was very stubborn. I just kept thinking, man, strength. I'm gonna do more damage. I'm gonna block more damage with my shield because I'm blocking all the time with Redoubt. It just seemed like the to make the most sense. But the problem is, you're constantly, if you're going to be using Consecrate, you're constantly going to be out of mana. Now, if you look now, I'm at 2,200 mana. If I was going with my normal strength build, I'd probably be around like 1,200. I have like 1,000, almost like half the mana, and that's huge. You notice I can, and it also, even just for your leveling purposes, you can keep killing mob after mob and not have to drink so often. With my strength build, I would pretty much be drinking after almost every single fight, Sting! Sting, sting, sting. Your motivation, what level are you? It's tough. Like, I'm not the kind of person who really enjoys questing, and especially in Vanilla WoW, because I've done the quests. I've done most of the quests like so many times. So, I'll do like I basically grinded this half level just killing monsters. You're 42? Yeah, whenever you get to around 40 is when you start to hit a little bit of a wall on the Protection Paladin where it's just very slow. The leveling is very slow. Now, like I said, you can do quests if you like doing quests, but even the questing is going to be fairly slow because your time to kill just isn't that good. So what you really want to do is, if you're going to stick with it, is you want to focus on AoE. Because once you get to around 43, that's when your AoE starts to come online, and you can start killing, 4 or 5 monsters at once. And that's where you'll see that you're leveling a little bit faster. It's not like way faster, but it'll be faster than what you're doing at 30 at like what level I am right now. I'm just killing single targets. Now, if I weapon swap correctly on each swing here, I can get a little bit of extra damage with my Righteous Stick off my two-hand weapon. So I can make this battle go a little bit quicker just by weapon swapping. I missed that one. Let's see, swap. So on 39 Righteous Stick damage, swap. 39 Righteous Stick damage, swap. And I'm going to swap one more time, and then Judge. And I almost killed him. So if I didn't take too long, I'm probably going to ding next level here. Swap back to my shield and sword. Boom! Boo-hoo-hoo! Level 37. Oh, and a mana potion to boot. Alright. So it only took me about an hour and 23 minutes to go through about half a level. But I'm 100% rest time. But even so that would mean like 2 hours, and that'd be like 3 hours to do a full level, or maybe like 6 hours, 5 to 6 hours to do one level, just by killing mobs, which is pretty much what I expect around 40ish. Like if I wanted to just grind mobs for level, just single target mobs, it'd take me like 5.5 to 6 hours. To do it. Now, if I was killing the raptors over by the raptor area that I like, it'd be better because the raptors are grouped together so well. I could probably knock that down to 4 hours. And if I'm on rest time, of course, you knock that down to 2 hours or 3 hours. And then, of course, if you're doing quests, it's going to be obviously much faster. Thank you for the grats, Luke. Oh man, so someone else came in, Luke and Nick, and I thought you were the same person for a minute because you're both pink, little pink icons here, and the names are the same amount of characters. Yeah, so at this point, you know, I've got 1 talent point to use, and I did go 1 talent point last level into Improve Righteous, because really at like level 40 we can start looking at doing some dungeons. But really, I usually don't start tanking until I do ZF, like Zulfaric. And, you know, that's like, what, level 40s? I don't know. Like 43 maybe. So we're still good. We can still put points pretty much anywhere we want. I'm just going to go ahead and grab, you know, Improved Hammer for now. But I mean, this is not the speed leveling build. This is a very slow leveling build. Like if I was going to go with a more speed leveling build, I probably would. I would definitely go with Seal of Command. It's just faster. You just kill faster. And probably even two-hand. I hate using two-handed weapons because they're so damn slow, but you are going to kill faster with a two-hand weapon.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
So at this point in time, I could do any. I have a lot of options at this level as far as what I want to do. I mean, I could go do Desolace. You know, I could go do South Shore a little bit. You know, Altrock Mountains. You know, Stranglethorn Vale. You know, personally, if it was up to me, I would prefer just to level against. Oops, again.
I need help. Help me.
Help! I require aid. Personally, myself, I would prefer just to kill the raptors from 37 straight to 40. Just kill monsters nonstop. You make quite a bit of money doing that. What is my cooking at? My cooking's at 201, so get the roast raptor. Surprised I don't have any. I wasn't really killing raptors, but we do have turtle meat. I still have to turn in my turtle meat quest, but we've got plenty for that, so we will go to South Shore, pick up the turtle meat quest, turn that in just so we can be able to cook the turtle meat. Although I could always buy the recipe probably from the master chef, but I'd rather just do the quest. I do need to finish out. I need healing. Someone wants a pristine crawler legs. Oh, this quest is in the Swamp of Sorrows, and I always love coming here because this is like one of the only blood elves. This is like it's a blood elf in classic WoW. Look at that. In vanilla WoW, there were blood elves. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
Looking for something specific?
All right, so. Did I really want... Don't need it. Tiger meat.
Have a good one.
Missed that feather, didn't I? I require aid.
Hey there.
Miramar Island. Hmm.
Safe travels.
Keepers of the gay. I mean gray.
Need help?
We are the keepers of the gay.
Have a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The Night Owls is the best character model in vanilla. And I've always said I felt like the Night Elf model was the one they created first. You know, it just always felt like that to me. Like that's the character model they did first, and that's the one they were really focusing on the lore, you know, a lot around the Night Elves, and they probably even built the Night Elf zones first because they just felt like the most fleshed out. But who knows, you know? And the gear, like when you're to equip gear on like a Night Elf, it just looks right. Whereas if you throw the same like chainmail item on a Night Elf warrior versus on a gnome warrior versus a Night Elf warrior, that chain mail is all squished because he's a gnome, and it just doesn't look right. It just looks like it's smushed. So, yeah, I think they might have. Well, they were really pressed for time too. Yeah, they really were pressed for time. Now the Flurry Axe, Ken, let's take a look, because the Flurry Axe would be the best item I could... Right now, the best thing I could buy for my character to make my character, you know, the most lethal she could be, or to make her level the quickest, would be the Flurry Axe. I don't remember what I enchant. I'm sure I enchanted Lifesteal on it. Pretty sure I had to enchant Lifesteal. It's just too yummy good, Lifesteal. Server doesn't seem as busy as it used to, Ken. Although the auction house still has a ridiculous amount of auctions, but this is a pretty kind of a dead server. It doesn't feel as crowded as it was. Although it is fairly late at night, I guess. Alright, 300 gold. You were right, Ken. That's actually fairly cheap. Now this is level 42, so definitely we'll look at trying to maybe save up some money. Also, Uthas. Oh, it's not there. Utha Pendragon. So there is no Uther's strength up right now. So if we go armor, miscellaneous, or where is it? Miscellaneous armor, miscellaneous trinket. Okay, so yeah, we don't really like the 16 bag is actually fairly. The cooldown's too long. I hate that it's so long a cooldown. This item here, the 16 bag, is really good if you would make it more of like a 3-minute cooldown. But because it's so long, it sucks. Alright guys, I'm going to go to bed. I'm tired. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. You know, Luke and Nick and Ken and everybody and Robert. I will try to get this character. I'll try to figure out what I want to do with this character as far as like, you know, where do I want to level at. I'm sure my bank's full. It's not as full as I thought it was. I thought it would have been more full than that. Do I have any ore? Not really.
What's on your mind?
Thanks, man. I'll be back again. Probably tomorrow doing some more Paladin leveling. I'm probably going to save up money for the Flurry X since I'm 37. It's 42, and of course I'll hit Nomer and see if maybe I can get a better bargain on it. But 300 gold is actually not a bad price for the Flurry X. Not bad at all. I will check you guys later. Peace out.